He wasn't lying. He was not lying. Suns in 4. He beat Buddy up like the Suns beat up the Denver Nuggets, because that was a sweep. Let's get to these highlights. This ass whooping. Also, the flagrant 2 foul on Jokic, I did not like that. Like that was that wasn't a flagrant 2. Good chase down.
For Michael Porter Jr. weeding through traffic right beneath the line on Jokic, and playing him even is huge for the Suns. Rebound Jokic. And they have been down this road before. Ayton over Jokic. Got it. And Ayton has 3 of 10 now. Denver 5 of 10.
Good block.
The same mistakes, such as continually trailing.
The Suns came out and took care of business on this one. It was they did exactly what they needed to do. Chris Paul knowed exactly how he wanted to close out this game. That high screen and roll is just too much for Jokic to defend. That's not a foul. Oh,
didn't come up with anything. It's Booker around Morris, the trailing Crowder, 3 with the close by.
They came out and took care of business.
Rivers is coming off the bench. Down
Chris Paul, stop flopping.
Rivers 3.
Chris Paul is a flop. He's a flop machine.
Kicks it outside. Morris 3. Got it.
And so is Jokic. It's just a flop machine. Good block.
Nice knock away by Crowder. Oh, he played it beautifully. He erases the shot.
You gotta get up on that screen, Jokic. You gotta get up on that screen. That high screen and roll was just they was killing the Nuggets on that. And this is why I like switchable lineups, because if you can't switch, it's just going to create so many more problems, because it's going to create a defensive liability. And Cameron Payne sucks. Actually, you know what? Cameron Payne doesn't suck. Steph Curry, is that you? Alright, but it doesn't create like not being able to switch creates a defensive liability somewhere in it, and they just exploit it.
We've seen it all, as Reggie was just talking about. Appears to be Hale and Hardy. Barton takes it. Oh, and he just to knock down any kind of shot from that free throw. Floater on the fly, and Booker Crowder was accurate early and has been in this series. Nice takeaway there by Porter. He's got a lead.
Hey, shout out to the Denver Nuggets. They did fight back, even when their star player went out.
Here comes Gordon behind the back and fishing it down far. Barton is on Paul.
But Chris Paul in that third quarter was killing them. It don't help that you got Devin Booker. You could just get hot at any moment, but Chris Paul was killing them. And for the people that say that Chris Paul was the MVP, no, he wasn't. Chris Paul isn't even the best player on this team. Devin Booker is the best player on that team. Chris Paul is the leader of that team, but he's not the best player on that team. And he didn't even get an MVP consideration, which I can be upset about that. Like, I think he should have took Steph's spot in the MVP consideration, because Steph didn't make the playoffs. But you can't say he's the MVP and he doesn't get an MVP consideration by the standards.
Paul trying to punch it down low. Jokic comes out on him. Shot pocket when he's got a fire.
And I'm gonna pause this real quick. No, you know what? I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer so you see the highlights of what I'm talking about.
Picked off by Barton. Here comes Morris. Barton on the fly. Uncorks a three.
Good shot. Shout out Will Barton. Glad he was able to make a comeback.
Captivating play in a 15-footer is perfect. It's inside and there it's retrieved.
But I want y'all to pay attention to something. The Nuggets are a good, decent three-point shooting team, right? And they just got killed by the Phoenix Suns.
The fight picked up
Oh, you gotta stop the ball. You gotta stop the ball, Devin Booker. Come on, man.
Will take it himself
And one.
He'll throw it away and a turnover. On the fly, free. Oh, spinning move. Here comes Booker. They get
Jeremy Grant when he wasn't playing defensively to take him out the game, and those guys would play.
Look at that play. Look at that play.
No.
And I'm gonna stop just to say this. The Denver Nuggets are a decent, if not good, 3-point shooting team. And they just got killed in 4 games by the Phoenix Suns, who destroyed them from the mid-range. For all these analysts, stat nerds that tell you that the mid-range game is dead, would you really listen to them? Like, Chris Paul, in his decline years, I should say, because he's not in his prime anymore, but in his decline years, is still being productive because he knows how to utilize the pick and roll and get shots to the mid-range. So why would you ever listen to some stat nerds that tell you that the mid-range game is dead? And that's not a flagrant 2. They probably just gave him a flagrant 2 because of the scuffle afterwards. And he looked like he was going to destroy Booker. Devin Booker can't fight. Stop it. Come on, man. That's not a flagrant 2. Good sportsmanship.
Well, it started out promising with Will Barton having his way.
Booker a floater on the fly. Puts it up and through. Here comes Campazzo down the lane.
Okay.
In this series and in these playoffs for the Suns in his first year at Phoenix.
I think the Denver Nuggets couldn't keep up because they didn't have Jamal Murray to create more shots from the mid-range like that. Campazzo doesn't have that type of game where he can just be getting rhythm from the mid-range, and it kind of hurts because you don't get the big man to really commit the way you want him to. Don't get me wrong, the Denver Nuggets can shoot threes, and now I'm not saying 3-point shooting, should overtake mid-range shooting, but at the same time, to tell someone that not to take mid-range jumpers because they're inefficient, it's just dumb. When they run you off the 3-point line and they clog the paint, what is open in between those 2 spots? So I really hate stat nerds who never stepped on the NBA floor putting these narratives into these young players' mind that taking a mid-range shot is bad for your game. It's so dumb to even, that should be a crime.
Starting and came off the bench tonight. Booker will glide with ease. And he'll swivel inside on the defensive Crowder.
Come on.
Couple screens for Paul. Aiden inside. Oh, what a nest of defenders in there waiting in a foul.
Oh, look like that.
That's hand on ball. I don't know the rules as far as is hand a part of ball. Good lay.
Right into it with a twirl. Rebound.
Ooh.
Another shot inside by Porter. Phoenix's lead has been as great as 16. A wide open lane.
And one.
Right down downtown.
And because he's so lethal in the mid-range game,
Here comes Chris Paul the other way.
I thought he was gonna dunk that. I thought he was gonna fast break windmill between the legs. So no, stop playing.
And the Suns by Porter.
Look at Rondo. Yeah, I love that. Hey.
Porter the other way. Got the screen. Paul lets it rip. Chris Paul.
And he had 37 in a closeout game.
Oh, and a steal. Booker puts it up.
But y'all will sit right here and let somebody tell you that the mid-range game is dead. It's so dumb. Just think about the amount of top players that utilize the mid-range.
Separate ways, and now the marriage is perfect between the 2.
Paul's with a three.
Think about the amount of players that utilize the mid-range that are elite. Kawhi Leonard, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Anybody who's a top scorer in the league, they utilize the mid-range, all except the exception of Steph Curry, which he takes mid-range shots, believe it or not. Yeah, Kevin Durant, like these are some of the best. LeBron James, these are some of the best players in the NBA, and stat nerds want to tell you that the mid-range game is dead when it's actually one of the best shots in the game because of fluidity. That being said, yeah, Buddy was right. Y'all should have fought back instead of ducking y'all heads like your fans did. Cause Suns at 4. Catch y'all in the next one.
Oh, you want something too, old man? Huh? No. Get off your ass and get in this car, boy. I don't know why you come down here messing with these people. Hurry up.
Man, they both got in the car and bonked out.
You lying.
I swear to God, we was rolling.